My name is Koji Hongo. I'm come from Japan. I'm the Deputy Director General in Forestry Agency in Japan. I'm not good at English, so I read the memo. I'm very sorry to. Uh, Dr. Robert Nasi, Director General of the City Hall. Uh, Jennifer Morris, President of Conservation International. Distinguished representatives, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I'm honored to be here today to speak out the opening our global landscape forum titled Climate Action in the Landscape. Thanks to the organizers and participants, today's conference agenda covers a wide range of important topics on the landscape and forestry, including biodiversity, conservation, landscape restoration, and RED+. Talking this opportunity on behalf of the Forestry Agency of Japan, I would like to briefly share our experience with you in these regards. As the book collapsed by Gerald Diamond says about forest conservation of ancient Japan. As some of you might know, at present Japan is a forest-rich country. Forest covers about 70% of our land area. Japan is an industrial nation, but at the same time, is a country with high forest cover in the world. However, when we look back our our recent past, there was a time when forests were over harvested and degraded in the course of development. A large volume of trees were cut decades ago, and as a result, we suffered from frequent disasters such as flooding in many regions. These experiences made us realize and reconfirm how much benefit forests have provided to us. People who started replanting trees, the government and the locals together. Thanks to their long-lasting effort, forest resources have gradually recovered. Now, 10 million hectares of planted forests extended to 30% of our land. So our forests are growing and maturing now. The next task is to continuously and wisely manage them, but by using wood in a sustainable manner. Therefore, we are now making efforts in establishing a sound forest management cycle, harvesting mature tree, utilizing them, replanting seedlings, and growing them sustainably. While we manage some forests for non-production purposes such as watershed conservation, disaster prevention, and climate change mitigation and adaptation. When promoting this cycle as use of wood, consumer support is critical. Through a nationwide campaign, we encourage people to understand that cutting trees is not necessarily harm to the environment, but rather using wood sourced from sustainably managed forests could contribute to establishing healthy, sustainable forests in the forest management cycle. Distinguished delegates, here I would like to turn to the issue of deforestation and forest degradation. According to FAO, despite ongoing efforts, forests are still shrinking by 3.3 million hectares a year, mainly in tropical areas. Deforestation and forest degradation certainly remains a global concern. In view of our experience in our country, the effort to achieve sustainable forest management need to be done collectively and continuously with a long-term perspective. I was once assigned to Malaysia for 3 years to engage into cooperation project for reforestation. It was more than 20 years ago. Since then, I have seen many examples of forest management globally and domestically. I understand that the situation surrounding forests could be very different from place to place, and our collective efforts should be designed according to the people, the economy, and the ecosystem. Japan has been supporting REDD Plus activities through both multilateral and multinational and bilateral cooperation. We have assisted about 20 countries through bilateral cooperation, mainly by JICA in developing countries. Being engaged in the collaborations, we are strongly committed to supporting REDD Plus, promoting effectiveness and synergy effects of the supports. The research cooperation and exchange with C4 in one of our assets in contributing a REDD Plus. Mr. Chairperson and distinguished delegates, today we will be discuss the role of forest landscape for mitigation and adaptation of climate change, which includes the synergies and trade-offs surrounding sustainable forest management. As I highlighted the balance between cyclical use of forest resources and livelihood of people and the regional ecosystems is critical in combating climate change. I sincerely hope today's event is fruitful in exchange lessons, experience, and ideas together, and lead to further enhancing our concrete activities. Lastly, I heard that next Global Landscape Forum will be held in Kyoto City of Japan in May 2019. I would like to thank the meeting organizer for choosing the most historical city in Japan. And I would like to extend my welcome to you all to experience our rich forests and temples, shrines, and other historical buildings made of wood, together with the discussions at the forum. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.